Bear with me, everybody. I'm going to start off today on a little bit of a heavy note, but I promise things will lighten up. The dots on this screen represent an adult life in months, assuming a life expectancy of 90. And I'm sorry to say that it does get worse, because about a third of that time is going to be spent sleeping. 126 of those months will go to school and your career. About 18 will be spent driving, 36 cooking and eating, 36 doing chores and errands, and about 27 in the bathroom and taking care of personal hygiene. So that leaves you with 334 months. Optimistically, how you spend this time is going to determine the quality of your life, because what you do with it will quite literally determine the kind of person you become. The body, mind, and character that you will have in the future are being actively shaped by how you choose to use your time today. So take a second and ask yourself, what do you want to do with that free time? What things do you want to do that you haven't done? Who do you want to spend that time with? What is worth investing it in? Now, I would be willing to bet that scrolling through TikTok, binge watching Netflix, and playing video games probably did not come to mind. But today, the average 18-year-old in the United States is on pace to spend 93% of their remaining free time looking at a screen. That is not counting time for school. So wrap your head around how sad that is. Imagine getting to the age of 90, seeing this visualization of how you spent all your time after the age of 18, and thinking about all the things you could have done that you did not do because you got distracted. And I also want you to ask yourself, what do you think over 26 years of screen time would do to you? So social media is free because you pay for it with your time. Their profit is directly linked to how long they can get you to scroll. And every social media platform is in a battle with each other to capture as much of your free time as possible. So let's run a thought experiment. I want you to ask yourself, how much would you pay for your favorite social media platform if it charged you a monthly subscription fee? So pick the app that you use the most, and raise your hand if you would pay at least $5 a month. Okay, how about $10 a month? 20? I don't see any hands anymore. Well, let's do a quick calculation to figure out how much we're effectively paying for an app like TikTok. We'll assume that you value your time at a rate of $20 per hour, and you're spending 2 hours a day on the platform, or 30 days in a month, so you're effectively paying $1,200 per month for TikTok. So when you start to do this kind of analysis, it quickly becomes clear that most of us are drastically overpaying for social media. My ask of you is this: figure out what it means for you to get a good deal out of social media platforms. In order to do that, you have to do two things. You have to ask yourself, what value do these services provide? And second, you have to ask, how much of your time is that value worth? Now, I want to be clear that I am not saying social media is without value. It can be an incredibly powerful tool. It can foster relationships, it can introduce you to new ideas, it can even spark social movements. But we need to learn to use it in moderation.